Hello and welcome to Sleeping Dragon Podcast. My name is Tucker and I am here with my friend Dylan.
Hello.
And today we are also here with our other friend Nate.
Hello.
So this is going to be our second shared episode. And so today we are going to be talking about Fallout 4. But
Oh yeah.
before we get into that, I'm going to talk about what we've been doing. Dylan, you want to start?
Sure, why not? So lately, got back into Foxhole. New war started, of course. So that's got to be getting and going. I plan on doing more artillery this war, of course, because that's fun. Fun. God, what else have I been doing? I don't know. I've just been so busy in real life. Oh yeah, me and Nate were playing Schedule 1 today, so that's pretty fun. That game, I love it.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
Fun game. All right.
Yeah, alright, I guess I can fill in on my stuff. I finished 100%ing Detroit Become Human. I'm still working on Wolfenstein New Order. Other than that, I haven't been doing much. I'm getting back into Baldur's Gate 3 honor mode. But that's pretty much it. Nate, you wanna say what you've been doing?
Yeah. Lately I played the new Atomfall that came out on Game Pass for Xbox,
Oh, I
and I
heard about that
completed it the
game.
other day.
Oh,
Yeah, I
is it a
completed it the other day.
short game?
You could say that. It is short, depending on what ending you kind of choose. There's a couple different endings that you can do. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun for the most part. It was kind of confusing at times. Other than that, pretty good.
Okay.
Awesome.
All
And
right.
Dylan, you wanna go into our next
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Okay, so segment back, second time in a row. Is this second time in a row? No,
Not in
No.
a row.
not in a row. Okay, welcome back to Shitty Reviews Part 2. Today, we're going to talk about Snow White. Now, more specifically about Snow White, because I'm pretty sure we can all acknowledge Snow White is a very, very shitty movie, without any doubt in anybody's mind. If you have a doubt in your mind, I hate you, and you're despicable, and never listen to our podcast again. I'm kidding.
Sure.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
I'm
you can
kidding.
still
Love you
listen,
guys.
but the rest of it still applies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We respect your opinion here, but you should respect ours.
don't
Of
care.
course, every review we make is the official absolute review of the universe. So
Yes.
if we say a game's bad, it's bad. If we say it's good, it's good.
And this is a movie, so it is kind of out of what we normally do, but it was so bad that I feel like we're obligated to talk about it.
Yeah. So more specifically, we have to talk about our arch nemesis here.
We have an arch nemesis.
Who would
Oh
that
yeah,
be?
we do have an arch nemesis. I was literally just reading it.
We're just reading it. I'll let you go into our arch
Okay.
nemesis.
So, as we've said before, we do not like IGN for obvious reasons. They shit on the last episode of Invincible, and now they've done something I would say even more horrid to disrespect everything good in this world. They gave the Snow White remake, I guess,
Live action.
live action. That's what the word is. A 7 out of 10, which is a
That's
good
crazy.
rating on IGN, and
That's crazy.
that don't sit well with me.
So fucked.
I mean, what were some of the other ratings that people gave? Didn't IMDb give like a 1.5?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
0.5, and then I'm pretty sure it's like popularity review, like from like the big review that like all the people that have like watched it is 1.3 total.
Something like
Yeah.
that. I know Rotten Tomatoes got 41%.
That's pretty high for that. It's surprising.
That is pretty high.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, review. It's Google review, which is where people can review it. Is 1.2.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's bad.
that is
That
really
is
bad.
bad.
It's such a high budget movie to flop so hard is crazy. Because I mean, like that's $209 million down the drain.
Oof.
Tell you what, I
Ugh.
could have done something with that money.
Yeah, give it to us. We'll
Yeah,
we'll do
let me
something
make my
with it.
movie. Give me that budget.
Yes.
All right.
But,
Well, that's I don't think we have much else to talk about because we can all acknowledge Snow White, very bad movie. Nobody likes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to say anything about Snow White and IGN's horrible review about it before? Actually, wait. Why don't we look up the actual review? Because they typically have words with the IGN review, right?
I don't know, honestly.
Let me look it up real quick. Let's see what they said.
Yeah, I'm reading about it right
Should
now on
be
IGN.
right here. Yes, 7. Good. The Snow White live-action Disney remake that meaningfully adapts its original rather than creating a lesser mimicry. This is the same dude that did the final. This is the same dude that did the final review for Invincible. No.
Oh,
Yes, he
man.
was the same one that did that. Get this fucking dude off of IGN. Fire him. Fire him.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
Wow.
God. I hate this dude. Okay, I don't hate him. I hate his reviews. I hate his
I hate this
opinions.
dude.
If he said that
Okay.
about Invincible,
That's all I know
just
about
got
him.
done watching that. But that's criminal. That's
Oh, yeah.
criminal.
He gave it. What
It's
did we
crazy.
say he gave it? He gave it a like 3.
It was somewhere
What?
around that. Yeah, the final episode.
He gave it a
That's
4.
crazy.
Bad.
4.
They
Yeah.
raised that. It was 3 before.
Yeah, it was lower before.
I swear. Maybe we're wrong. I don't know.
No, I remember. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was low.
He rated Duplicate D tier, so I can respect that at least.
I respect that opinion. That's the only opinion I respect.
Did he? No, this is a community tier list. Okay. Anyways.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Besides that, I think
let's,
we've talked enough about IGN.
Yeah, let's close up the shitty review segment or IGN segment. Fucking Jesus, man. All right, we can move into Fallout 4.
So, Fallout 4 is a game I have not played personally. I played it a little bit. I didn't make it very far. I don't know quite how much you guys have played it. I know you played it a lot, Nate.
I've beat it
A lot.
twice, so I know a bit
Okay.
about it, but it's been a while.
That does not compare.
Do you know how many times you beat it?
I think I'm up in about the 70s range now.
Okay.
Holy
okay.
shit.
I'm on a run
I don't
right
know if
now.
I believe that, but
No, like I've counted because I do a lot of runs. I'll just
Mhm.
do like quick runs with mods just to
okay,
try
I
them out, see if they're good. So I'll just go through, complete the game, do some stuff like that. But
Okay, so you
I
might
do
have
love
actually.
this game.
Okay, wow.
The game can be short if you rush through it, honestly. It can be
if you rush it, it will be quick.
It could be like, what, 20 hours, 15 hours? If you rush it.
If you rush the main story, you could get it done in. I couldn't even give you time. I could get it done pretty quick because all you have to do is follow the main story, go to Diamond City, do the other stuff, go to the Institute, and you're done pretty much. From there, it could probably take you 3 hours maybe to
Oh,
do
wow.
all of that,
Okay.
depending on what side you choose though.
Never would have seen this game as a fast game at all.
Well, a lot of people like to explore, and
Yeah.
it depends on the faction that you choose.
That is true.
So,
I
like,
forgot
if you
there
pick
were
the Minutemen
factions.
or the
Hold on,
Brotherhood,
before we get into that,
because they have a lot of stuff.
Do we want to get into like what the game feels like, the type of game it is, and a little bit about the gameplay? Like
Yeah, we
typically
probably
do?
should before we get too deep into the lore and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like an RPG is like the best way to say it. It's like a shooter RPG, I feel like, but like Fallout is like its own genre that like most people understand. Like a lot of games you can say, "Oh, that's like Fallout 4." It's one of those games. Or it's like Fallout, I feel like.
Yeah, it's got kind of like a little bit of like kind of like looter shooter exploration, like survival kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, it has a very cool skill tree, which I like.
Yeah,
Do you want to
I've
talk
only
about the
seen
skill
it a
tree,
little
Nate?
The skill tree.
Special.
Um,
yeah.
I like the special. It depends. I feel like some of the perks they could have earlier on.
Okay.
So, like in the other Fallout games, you need specific specials to get certain perks, and you can upgrade those at times. This one, you can put points into your stats whenever you want to try to get different perks, but with that comes the difficulty of leveling up each time to get those levels to put into your special.
Okay.
Sometimes one that you need, you're 3 levels away from getting. And later in the game, the leveling up gets kind of hard just because you need more experience each time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's typical for level. So it is pretty much like an RPG game. A lot of the aspects of it, especially. But I like that you like can. It's like one of those build games. Like you want to make a build for your character, but you don't actually. I like that you can make a build, but you don't have to insanely follow a build. If you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
It's a lot
That's
more
nice.
freedom, which I like. Also, I like the world of it. I think the world is really well built, and like how the interiors
agree.
of places work, and most like the design. I don't want to say level design, but I guess world design feels excellent. Proud is.
Yeah.
Um,
That is one thing I
so
did like a lot. It's very aesthetically pleasing to see, especially for like an apocalyptic kind of sense. It looks really good.
yeah, no. I like the room it has for DLCs
Mm-hmm.
because it has a lot of DLCs, right, mate? I don't know how many.
Yeah, they have. I'm gonna pull up a list. Hold on. Because I know they have Far Harbor, Nuka World for sure. Those are 2 big ones. Those are where you go different
I know Nuka
places.
World.
Like,
Nuka World has that massive map where you have to like pick sides
yep.
or something, from what I remember. I don't remember a lot. I might be crazy.
You got to pick
I might be crazy.
between some of like the raiders over there. But
Yeah.
so here's the DLC list. You got Automatron, you got the Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, Contraptions Workshop, Vault Tech Workshop, Nuka World. Those are
Okay.
the DLCs for it. There's 6 of them.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Not a bad number.
Yeah.
I really like the power armor whole thing. I like getting the power armor, and it's kind of like acts like a car, but not a car. You know what I mean?
Weirdly. Yeah.
Yeah. You
I've
can go
gotten
around
that
with it.
far. I've gotten the power armor before, and then I lost the power armor because it ran out of battery.
You got out of it and
Does
just
happen.
abandoned it.
Yep. I didn't know where I was. I was lost.
That's fair.
Power armor is super cool. Okay, we can go ahead and move in.
We want to go into the
Voice
story?
crack. Yeah, I was gonna say we can go to the story. Is what I was gonna say.
Okay. I don't know anything about the story, so
I know.
I'll let you guys take it.
So, bomb drop. You run. No. Nate, do you wanna
I know that
take
one.
over?
Do you want me to explain the story a
Yeah,
little
I'll let you explain. I
Yeah.
don't remember
All
a whole
right,
lot about
so from the beginning, the first cut scene, you get a story painted how war throughout the world, war's bad. Um, you come to the main character. Surprising enough, his name is Nate.
Oh, yeah.
He talks
Technically.
about how his grandfather fought in the war, and then how he served his country. While doing that, he explains how they created atomic energy and all of that stuff, and how the world came to war over that atomic energy because it was too powerful. I believe.
War.
Don't quote me on this.
War never changes.
But
Indeed.
after that, you get into the main first part of the story where you're with your family. You can customize all your stuff. You do that. You get your special that you can build at first, like in any Fallout game, and then you have to go to the vault. Typical regular stuff.
Yep. That part I remember.
Yep. After that, you get into the world and you do what you want, pretty much. There's not really you don't have to go somewhere if you don't want to at that time.
Yeah, is there... So I know in the vault, I'm pretty sure it's Fallout 4, but you go in with your family, and then something happens with the rest of your family. I don't remember exactly
Yep.
what happens. What does happen?
So you go into the vault, you get all tucked into your cryo sleep because, experiments.
Oh yeah.
They love their experiments. And you wake up at one point in time, and a man, a rugged man with a gun, and a scientist in a radiation suit open your wife's pod or your husband's, whichever character you pick. They open your partner's pod, who's holding your son, and they take your son and kill your spouse.
Oh. Okay, I remember
That's rough.
that. Yeah. I guess we can kind of run through like mission points, like specific points in what you're supposed to do to complete the game.
Okay.
And how they contribute to like the story, like characters' motivations, whatnot. But yeah.
Okay. Well, from there you get out of the vault. You leave the vault. You find out the world has kind of gone to shit.
Mhm.
It's been nuked. You go back to your old home and you find your robot. He tells you to go to Concord because he saw people there, right? That's like the next location closest to you. From there, you meet the first faction that you meet is the Minutemen with Preston Garvey. They're under attack by a bunch of raiders. They've been getting picked off since they left the town that they were at. And you help them. You get your first suit of power armor. You fight a Deathclaw. You win somehow.
Yeah.
And they tell you, at least the old woman, Mama Murphy, she tells you about her visions and stuff, but she tells you to go to Diamond City, the big city in this whole place. So you venture, you get to there. Then people tell you if you can do your skill checks and all that stuff, you'll have skill checks throughout where you can persuade people to tell you things.
Dude, I love Diamond City. Its whole layout is such a cool aspect.
I do like it. The baseball stadium that people are just living in now, it's pretty cool.
Yes, and then they have like the little lake in there. Like, there's some quest with that, right? That it's like poisoned or something,
I don't remember.
or it's just radiated.
But I think it's just a little irradiated. But from there you go and find the detective, Nick Valentine, one of my more favorite characters in the game. He is a synth that was made by the Institute, but with the memories of a detective from before the war. So you get into him, you go find him in a vault, you get him back. He helps you with your investigation with your son, and off you guys go. You go find the man who kidnapped your son at the beginning. That shot your wife, or husband, whatever.
Murder.
Murder him. That's pretty much what happens. There's no other way. You have to kill him. You kill him. You actually find out he has stuff on him that you can implant into Nick's brain to read his memories. And that's how you find out about where the Institute is. Because that's who took your son.
You see.
From there, you got to go to the glowing sea, find a scientist from the Institute, blah, blah, blah.
The fucking
long,
orc, dude.
hard path.
I like this the Atom City there. What is it called? Atom City? Atom Town?
Oh, it's the crater of Adam, I believe.
Yes. Aren't there the crazy people that worship a god, Adam or something?
Yeah, the cultists of Adam, they worship the atomic radiation pretty much. They worship the god of Adam. They think that they can be reborn if they worship him,
Yeah. As cults do.
As cults typically do.
Well, they sit in the most radiated part of the game called the glowing sea, where a bomb went off, and they sit in the crater of one of those, right next to where it hit.
So is that place the city that had a bomb in it and it blew up? Or am I thinking
No,
of a different place?
that's from Fallout 3. That's Megaton. That's where
Okay.
the bomb hit in the middle of the city, and they built around it, but it was still
Okay.
active.
That's not Fallout
and you
4.
can like deactivate it and
I
stuff
gotcha.
like that. So you got to find the scientist. You learn from them where he is. You go find some Institute stuff for him. He gives you Institute stuff that he knows, and you finally get to the Institute, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go in. You're like, hey, You can pick your faction at this point. In one sense, you can pick which faction that you're going to support at first, that you could stick with, or you could change, because they're just helping you get there.
Mm-hmm.
So you get there, you're going around, you're like, hey, where's my son? You get to this room, and there's a boy in a containment thing, if you must say. And you think it's your son, right? He starts screaming and stuff, and finally an old guy comes out. And he's like, oh, my magnificent creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the main character, he asked him, where's my son, my real son? That's when you find out that is your son.
Oh.
That when he got taken out to when you woke up was 60 years
Oh, wow.
in the future.
But how is that?
So you find out your son is
How
old.
is the like the Merc dude not incredibly old?
So his name's Kellogg, the merc that shot your spouse.
Kellogg, right?
So Kellogg is technically a synth in a sense, but he's altered in a way. He just has like some augmented implants into him that
so
like
he
takes
can
away
live longer.
pain and stuff like that, so he can live for a long time.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
But he's just a merc, so he wasn't really a big part of the story. He just was a big part that he took your son and that he knew where he was, you know?
Mhm. He was a stepping stone in the story.
Exactly. They just used him for their dirty work.
Yeah.
So you get there, you decide at that point if you want to be with your son or if you want to be against your son, technically, because of what the Institute does. And we will get into the Institute stuff here in a little bit after the main story stuff,
Yeah.
because there is a whole different thing about the Institute. So after that, you can choose to stay with them or against them. It doesn't really matter. If you go against them, you can't be with them. You can, if you choose to be with them, you can go against them later. It really just depends on what path you take. It gives you freedom
Okay.
to
That's nice.
go against people later or sooner.
That's cool. Kind of build your story a little more.
Exactly. So you go against them, you can't go back. But depending, if you don't want to choose the Institute and go with them, you can go with, there's 3 other factions that you can do. There are the Minutemen, who you already met at the beginning in Concord.
The Brotherhood, dude. I love the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood. The Brotherhood are a bunch of military fanatics about old war technology. So pre-war technology, meaning these, like before the bombs fell, all the technology from then. They love that stuff. And the last group,
the homie.
yep, the homie. You can meet him early on too, but you don't have to. So the last faction is the Railroad. They believe in more of that the synths that the Institute create are slaves, technically.
Okay.
And that they want to free them all. It's kind of cool. But you choose their side, or you can choose the not the Minutemen side, the Institute side. So you got 4 different endings you get.
Okay.
So you pick your side, you do whatever missions you have to do for them. I think the shortest one is the Minutemen, because you can just, at least in the playthrough I'm in right now, if you do some settlement missions before, you can attack the Institute and end the game pretty much right after you say no to your son.
Oh, wow.
So you do that. You actually, if you go against the Institute, you destroy it. You blow it up. You blow up their reactor. You go with them, you become the main guy.
Yeah.
Main guy.
But I'm not going to say why you become the main guy, because I don't want to spoil that for you guys.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no problem.
I
The story's pretty cool.
I do have one question before we kind of advance something.
Alright.
So you've said the word synth. What exactly is a synth?
So a synth is technically a robot,
Okay.
but the Institute is so farly advanced that they can make these robots look entirely human. You can't tell the difference.
Oh, okay.
So you can see different variants of them in the game. you can see the full robot skeleton of them,
Mhm.
or the more human-like ones. When you kill them or if you pickpocket them or whatever, you can see they have a thing called a synth component.
Mhm.
So they're pretty much just genetically making humans.
Okay.
That's why like the railroad is saying they're like slaves and
Yeah, I
stuff
get you.
like that.
All right, that was it. That's all I had.
I have some big tangent we're probably going to go on, but I do want to talk about it. So it's not exactly about Fallout 4, it's more about the Fallout world. And what I
Okay.
want to really talk about is the Volts and the Volt experiments.
Oh, the
Volts are-
vaults? Okay.
Because I
Okay.
love. Okay, so the whole thing with every
Scary.
vault that some people know about is that there's. I don't know how many vaults there are, but there's so many of them, and they all have their own different, like, experiment to see. Like, to do, like, psychological test on people and other such things.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 4, there, the first vault, right, is just the cryogenic. They just wanted to see if they could cryogenically freeze people and then wait for the future.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So-
If you know any interesting ones, I say we just talk about them.
I do know a lot of.
Okay.
So actually, there are 122 known public vaults in the Fallout universe, and 17 of them were designed to work more or less properly as control vaults. So
What are
there were
control
two different
vaults?
kinds of vaults. Control vaults are if I'm thinking correct, there's control and experiment. So the control vaults were more of you live, they don't like do anything to you, they just monitor you pretty much.
Mhm.
While as the experiment vaults are like cryogenic, as in 111. In 112, they had the virtual reality pods where you lived in a virtual world. There was I don't remember what the vault numbers were for some of them, but there's a vault where one man had a box of puppets and that was it.
Oh.
There were vaults like there was one man and 99 women, or one woman and 99 men. There was just stuff like that. I think one of my favorite vaults though is the Gary vault from Fallout 3,
Oh.
where there's like 50 Garys.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Is it just like a
Wait,
clone?
What vault
Yes,
is
it's
it?
it's a clone. It was a clone vault, and they had one guy, and they made clones of him. So there was 50 Garys, or 100 Garys, or however many they made.
That's
So in
hilarious.
Fallout 3, you go to this vault, and there's just a bunch of Garys, and you have to kill them all.
Oh, that's awesome. So I know one thing is, if you've seen the Fallout show, they do have a vault that the main characters go into that was an experiment vault.
Yes, I do remember that. I don't remember what the vault name was.
I don't remember either, but yeah, that's just another thing. So it's like they showed a little bit of that in the TV show as well.
Yeah, how they were doing the experiments and how most of them went wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
34 is cool. Vault 34, inhabitants were provided overstocked armory with no security measures. What?
I like that one.
Ooh.
That one
That
came
one's
up
from
in New
New
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Do you know the story of what happened to those inhabitants?
No, I'd love to hear. It says something about Boomer's tribe, but I'll let you get to it.
Yep. So, in Fallout New Vegas, there's an air base called Airbase Nellis, I believe, and that's where the Boomers went. They laid siege upon the airfield, and they took it over. And now they have artillery over there, and they're flying planes.
Oh,
So they're just learning stuff.
hell yeah.
They're sick. I like those guys.
Dude, this one looks fucking interesting. So, Volt 29, it was mentioned in 76. There's only one sentence on it, right? Social experiment.
Uh-huh.
Said to be full of rich, obnoxious teenagers.
Oh, I haven't done too many
That-
like vault stuff in Fallout 76, like listening to holotapes and stuff like that. But that's pretty cool.
Mhm. That's
A
funny.
bunch of obnoxious rich teenagers. That's awesome.
So cool.
That's cool.
Did you guys
Wait.
know Fallout 76 was referenced in actually Fallout 3?
Really?
Really?
In the Mothership Zeta's DLC, you can get a holotape, and it talks about Fallout 76.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Pretty cool.
What is this one? 77. Social experiment in which a single man was locked in a vault with only puppets.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nate mentioned that
He ended
one.
up going crazy, and we don't know what happened to him after that. I think he killed a bunch of people, and then he just kind of disappeared.
That's fucking great.
That is cool.
Wow. So many of these just are so cool. Oh my god, wait. 92. Medical experiment testing means to induce aggression with white noise. So they were just playing white noise to piss these people off? Ugh.
What was that, 92?
92, yeah.
Oh, that was in Fallout 4,
3?
actually.
It says 3. Could be 4. Could be 4 as well.
I'm trying to remember where that was. Oh, 92 was in 3. Oh, the one in Old Only. Oh, I gotcha.
Okay.
I've been there a couple times, but I don't remember what was all in there.
Yeah, dude, so many of these are so cool. Like, here, I'll let Tucker talk about what he wants to talk about. before
I was
mention
gonna
some
move
more.
this on unless you have more.
Yes, I do want to actually mention some more if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
101 experiment in which overseers were granted unlimited authority over a vault, intended to
That's
remain
the-
closed indefinitely. 3 it
That's from
says.
3. That's where the main character's from in 3.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
God, that sounds miserable. That one sounds fucking horrible. 111. That's from 4.
That's 4. That's the cryo one.
118 looks fucking amazing. Social experiment in which 10 wealthy residents would live in luxury while 300 impoverished residents lived in squalor. It says Fallout 4 Far Harbor is where it's from. Wow.
Yep, that one is in the basement of a hotel. You can actually do a quest there when you're finding a murder.
Oh. Huh.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I love all the different vaults and all their different experiments. Such a cool
There's so
like
many of them.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, Tucker. Go ahead, you can move on with
Uh,
what you were gonna talk about.
Yeah. So, you were talking about the Institute earlier, and that you had a big thing with the Institute.
Yep.
So if you, I don't know if you want to go into that.
So, the Institute are pretty much noted throughout the entire story as the bad guys. From, like, the people of Diamond City, of Good Neighbor. Good Neighbor is another town that is close to Diamond City, but they're more of, like, an enclosed city. They don't like outsiders, really. But they're considered the bad guys in a sense. You can side with them. You can do whatever you want. But they are considered the bad guys because they go out and they actually replace people with their sin. So that's a big thing. Normal people freak out because they think they're going to be replaced, and they're all against the Institute. It's a whole big thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Looping back to like the time to complete, I actually found the fastest speed run for the main story was 35 minutes and 46 seconds.
Oh,
Dang.
damn.
That's crazy.
I could never do that.
What is? I actually want to search up the average playtime.
It's probably pretty long. I know it's a pretty
It-
big
It's pretty
world.
long because people like to explore and do all like the side stuff to level
Yeah.
up.
20,
Which is,
20
I love doing that.
27 hours for the main story. Typically, if you it says
I don't
if
That's like
if you focus
prioritizing
on them.
main story. Yeah.
If you focus on the
Huh.
main story more, and then you do some more of the side quests, and then 159 hours for a completionist playthrough.
Yeah, that sounds about right. For the
DLCs will
completionist.
add 80 hours. Oh.
Yeah, no,
Dang.
DLCs are huge. They make whole new areas completely. So like the map of Fallout 4, maybe divide that in half, and that's probably Nuke World or something like that. They're big. I
Dang.
love it.
That's a good DLC right there.
They're amazing DLCs. Those are whole stories on their own.
Oh, so they're just like a whole different storyline, in a way.
Not
Or not like
yeah,
different, but like
technically,
whole
but
other storyline.
Yeah. So like the Far Harbor DLC, you're sent there after you get in touch with Nick Valentine to find somebody's missing daughter that fled to that place.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to go there and find them. And there's a bunch of synths there and stuff as well, but those are synths that have escaped from the Institute.
Okay.
And then the Nuka World one, you get a radio thing that Nuka World's here. And so you go over there, you find a guy that's hurt. He says he was captured by raiders and that you need to help his friends. So you go there and you fight the raider boss, technically, of all of them there, and you become the boss.
Oh.
And then you can help the raiders and all that stuff take over settlements. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like that.
Let's see. So I know I've played a bit of it, and I've played some Fallout 76 as well. When it comes to like weapons and stuff, do you normally end up finding yourself having to like grind for good weapons, or do you normally like kind of get them as you play?
So it really just depends on how you play. If you're trying to play for the best weapons early on, or if you're just going through the story, you could get it either way. There are some good weapons that are available early on,
Like there's
depending
that
on the weapon.
big monster in the city, right? Near Diamond City. Like that big monster that drops that hammer that everyone likes.
Oh yeah, Swan. It's a power fist.
Power
It's
fist.
a legendary power fist. You can get that from him. That's a good weapon early on. There's a bunch of weapons that you can get early on that are good, but if you're waiting for like overpowered weapons, you usually get that later as you level up,
Okay.
and like armor and stuff like that as well. So like for example, there's a thing called combat armor. You
Yeah.
only find it with gunners, and you really only get a lot of it after level 20. Unless you can find it early on, which
So it's like
I don't remember if you can.
I don't know. I
Interesting.
know. You know one of the like. Okay. Well, can we? I say we could talk about Fallout 76 a little bit. Might as well. Because I want to mention something. So I know I don't think the game's as bad as everyone makes it out to be, in my
No.
opinion. But I know a lot of people's big complaint is the level cap on everything. I don't remember, but did Fallout 4 have a lot of level cap as well?
That is a good question. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think Fallout 4 has any level cap
I don't
stuff.
think there is a level cap.
Not level cap, like level cap for items. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't think there is.
Okay. That's kind of nice.
I don't know for sure though.
because I know in 76 that's a really annoying thing, because we've all played it a bit, but
Isn't it like 50 for weapons or something like that?
50
I
for
believe.
weapons, and then 90, and then you get all these weapons that you can't even use, and
Yeah, I that's one thing I didn't like about 76. You could get all these high level weapons and not be able to use them for 20 levels.
Yeah, I didn't like that part. I liked Fallout 76. I played it a lot earlier on, and then I stopped playing it for a really long time, and then we got back
That's
into
what
it.
I did.
yeah, same. When we got back into it, I can say it. It's a super fun game.
It's
Like,
fun.
I would
There
play
was
it again.
It's
You
hard
know,
to
like if
follow.
there's
The
like a
reason
random
people
time.
didn't like it at first was because there were no NPCs. There was no.
Mm.
It wasn't what they expected,
Yeah.
and it wasn't as welly built as it is now. It was
Mhm.
really laggy and glitchy and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It basically just wasn't what you'd hope for from like a Fallout game.
Exactly, because what people wanted was a like Fallout 4 with multiplayer, like up to 4 friends. That's what people were hoping for.
Yeah, but just kind of some of that single player aspects got lost in the multiplayer additive.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I was really trying to go through some of like the more storyline of 76. Kind of annoying at times. Like,
It's
kinda
hard to
annoying.
keep with the storyline just because the main story is to find out what happened to your overseer. And at first,
Yeah.
like when it first came out, you couldn't find out what happened.
yeah.
It was, I don't know.
Felt shitty. But I like all the stuff they have now. They have like all the raid bosses you can go on with everyone. You shoot a nuke somewhere, and
there's
is
a new
super
one,
fun.
and it's
There's
hard.
a new one?
I haven't beat it yet.
I know there's the UFO one. Is there one other than the UFO one?
There's like a robot, like a one in the middle of the arena, and it just stays there, but it messes you up. I don't know how to beat it yet, so.
Interesting.
Okay. I remember I had my base that I really liked, and I placed it in the not so best place.
Yeah, it kept
Yeah, you
getting
always
nuked.
kept getting nuked.
It got nuked like 10 fucking times.
Oh, they had a new update with 76.
Yeah?
You can be a ghoul now.
Oh,
There's a quest for you to become a ghoul.
interesting.
It is a short quest, but I don't really know the pros and cons of it. But
There's got to be some
I
con.
turned into a ghoul.
Can we be a synth? That's what I need. I need to be a little robot.
You just want to be a robot.
Yeah. Now I have to
Yeah.
piss. Then I have to eat.
I thought the base building was a lot of fun though. My problem with it was like I built a base and then it kind of just felt like the whole turret stuff and defense stuff was just kind of useless.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it was
I
a little
understand
more
that.
like used like just used in general. Like things would attack your base or something, or like a raid would happen on your base.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be
I feel
interesting.
like that'd be cool.
Because like otherwise, there's really no use for it.
Exactly, yeah.
Just kind of there to look cool.
The settlements can get attacked, right? Which is why you have to place turrets and shit there.
Yeah, that's
Can
in
they?
Fallout 4, yeah.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna talk about settlements actually, because I don't know exactly what they are. I guess because I know
A new
Preston's
settlement needs your help.
Stuff. Yeah, I know that line. It's Preston that gives you the settlement locations, right?
Yes. And I mean, as much as they are annoying, they do help because it helps with the Minutemen faction.
Mhm.
It helps bring the people's faith back to the Minutemen after what happened.
Yeah.
Because they fell off for a while after their place in Quincy got just destroyed and nobody showed up to help them.
Oh.
And
Just
that's where
kinda got
Preston's from.
forgotten
And
about.
like that's where he helped. But the settlements, there's a lot of them throughout the Commonwealth, the game.
Mhm.
The first one being where you lived before the bombs fell in Sanctuary. But they pretty much serve as a place where you can go to like craft weapons, craft armor, like upgrades from where you can have people. You build defenses, you give them necessities, you give them happiness. You can get their happiness to 100%. That's an achievement right there. It's really cool, and you can build pretty much whatever you want. Not wherever you want, which is kind of sucks sometimes, but
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool if you could like make your own settlement.
actually you can
Just
in
like-
some places.
Oh, can you?
So there are some places like what's one of them? Starlight Drive-In. Preston will send you there for a mission to set up a recruitment beacon there to make it a settlement. It's a big outdoor drive-in theater
Yeah.
that you can just pretty much scrap everything but like where you can get food and stuff and the big screen. But it's just a big concrete area and you can pretty much build your own settlement there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's kind of where I stopped almost every time I've played the game. I don't know why. Like, I wanted to play the game, and then I just forgot about it really fast.
Yeah.
It's like I got lost on building the settlements, and I was like, man, I'll do this tomorrow. And I didn't. I
And
never
then
did
just
it.
never came back. Yeah.
I do want to go back and
Yeah.
play Fallout 4, though. Because, like, it is a game I've been wanting to play through. I just never
Next 100%.
have. I'm thinking.
It would
I'd
be
play
a
for it
decent
first.
game to-
I'd play
Yeah,
through it
I-
first.
I would
before
play through
you
it
search.
first.
No, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably play it on my PlayStation because I think all the Fallout games are on PS Plus. I think. No, wait. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
I think they're all on Game Pass.
They're on. Yeah, Game Pass is that one. I don't have Game Pass anymore.
Oh, we need to play that Dark Pictures game. I forgot about that, and I am sorry.
That's fine. I've been busy all day, so.
Oh, did we play that when we... No, we didn't play that when we mentioned it on the podcast. We played it a little after we recorded
No,
the
we
podcast.
played it before we recorded, so we did talk about it.
We did talk about it, right? I forgot we had to record.
Yeah,
it
we
on
we
Monday.
did a brief description on the game, so hopefully we'll be playing Little Hope at some point.
We should.
Ooh, I've heard that
Yeah.
one's good.
Yeah, I'm excited. It looked good.
Looks fun.
I do have one question. So it's not pertaining necessarily to Fallout 4, but is Fallout 3 similar to like how Fallout 4 works?
What do you mean in that sense?
So is it like open world, all that, or? 'Cause I don't
yes, Fallout
know.
3 is an open world. It is a smaller world technically,
Mhm.
because in that time when they made Fallout 3, they actually didn't have sprinting in the game at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Sprinting was full holding your
And New Vegas
controller
had
stick
the
forward.
same
New
thing.
Vegas doesn't have sprinting either.
Yeah.
Yep. I think they started sprinting with Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. My fault.
Okay.
Yeah. Wasn't count me if I'm wrong, you might not know, but Fallout 1 and 2 are isometric view or top down.
I think they're like a mix between. I've played a little bit of those ones. I want to get into them, but you pretty much get most of the map of the area, and then it'll move with you, of course, which
Mhm.
is yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I know is everybody likes to talk about Hank Horgan. Horgan? Yeah.
Hank, yeah, Horgan. He was the if I'm thinking about this correct, he was the Secret Service guy who turned into a mutant in his power armor. And he
You are
is a tough
exactly
guy.
right.
Hmm.
He's
I
a
don't-
tough motherfucker.
The only thing I've seen on those older ones are like the no intelligence playthroughs.
Yeah.
Just the dialogue, just
Tom?
Well, did you actually know you could do stuff like that in New Vegas?
Oh, you
if
can?
if you have a no intelligence and you go to Mr. House, you can eat the chip.
What is the chip?
The
don't know.
platinum chip, the thing that upgrades his robots, the thing that you got shot over. I
Oh.
found that out from my dad's cousin a little while ago. You can just eat the chip and he'll just freak out.
That's hilarious. Oh, man.
I love that.
Well, I know what I'm doing if I'm playing New Vegas.
I want to do that. I
Nom,
want to try
nom.
it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of too many more questions, whatnot, unless you have any, or if you have anything you want to talk about with this, Nate.
I mean, if you guys ask, I will tell, but I don't really have anything I want to talk
Yeah,
about.
we kind of hit all the bases pretty well, I think.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one thing. The companion system.
Oh,
We haven't
yeah.
really talked about that.
Yeah.
So there is a companion system, and you can get a whole slew of companions. You can get
Okay.
dog meat. You can get a super mutant as a
Oh, yeah,
companion.
I
You
forgot
can
about
get
dog meat.
one from each faction. It's pretty cool, and they all do their own special little things. Like Dogmeat can search for items. They can search for enemies. Nick Valentine, he can hack computers for you, do lockpicking stuff. Some of them are more like brute force, like McCready and Kate and Paladin Dance. And some of the characters are actually from previous games that you can have as companions.
Oh, that's cool.
So like in Fallout 3, McCready was the mayor of Little Lamplight, and you can get him as a companion in Fallout 4.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm?
Other than just kind of like helping you out, are there any other things that they're used for, I guess?
They're pretty much mainly used as help. Depends if you're friendly with their faction or not. You can have them carry stuff. You can tell them where to go, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
They're just a
Dog
helpful
meat.
mechanic if you need it. Yeah, dog meat the goat.
Oh, yeah.
Dogmeat's a homie.
Alright, do
Well,
we want to get into review? We're
anything
kind of in our
else?
time
Yeah.
range.
Yeah, we can get into review.
Yeah. I guess I can
Alright.
go ahead and start since I'm not going to be giving a review.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Um,
not? Okay.
I haven't played through the game, so I won't be adding to it. So I'll have you guys review it.
Fair enough.
I'll have Cole go first.
So
Well, I think
I'll
Tucker's
just
gonna
I'll just quickly run through my stuff. Overall, I think it sounds like a cool game. Obviously, it won't be for everyone, but it's definitely one I do want to try because I don't play a lot of, I guess, really open world games as of lately. I haven't played a whole ton. So I think it'd be cool to go back and explore through a new world again. But yeah, overall, it sounds like a lot of fun. You're making me want to play it right now. So
That's cool. You got me doing that with what was it?
Eliza
Liza
P.
P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the goal of this
yeah.
podcast, to get people
Oh,
to
yeah.
play games. I hope they enjoy them.
But yeah, that's kind of all I have. So if you want to move into yours.
I'll move into mine. So I think this game's good. You know, I like it. I like pretty much everything about it. I really like the power armor system. That's something that's very appealing to me, especially when I played it. The story's good. I love the way it plays. I love the settlements. The building's nice. Building's not something you thought you'd see in this game, but I'm glad it's there because it works really well. Characters are pretty good. I don't really have any bad aspects I can say about this world, about like this game, honestly. I like it. It's just, you know, it's not our pinnacle of what we're going for, but it is a really solid game. So I'm gonna give it a solid 4. Just a solid 4.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, so that's it for me. Go ahead and do it, Nate. Review.
Sounds good. Review time. All right. Well, of course I like this game. That's why you guys brought me here. I think there's a lot of good aspects with it, as in the character system, the leveling up system, the weapon system, all of the systems technically. There are some bad things with it. The bad things being it is buggy at some points. Like, I mean, something that happened to me is I walked over a rock and it killed me, which was not fun. But it can be buggy sometimes. Other than that, it is a great game. I love the story. I love the stories that you can find out about the companions or people that aren't a part of the story. I just love it all.
Yeah.
So if I were to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a 4.3 out of 5.
Awesome.
4.3.
That puts that in 8.3.
And that'll put us 8.3. So official Sleeping Dragons podcast review for Fallout 4 is 8.3. So
Yeah.
solid. I think that fits right.
Yeah, I'd say that's good. Do you have any closing thoughts, podcast wise, before I close this out
Next
here?
episode, I'm pretty sure, is a single review,
It's
or
yours,
solo review.
Road Warden.
Mine on Road Warden. So that's a super fun game, and I'm excited to talk about it.
Mhm.
That might change too, depending on something, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I
That's
guess I
it.
can go ahead and close this out. If you listened all the way through, please tell us. If you like it, please tell us. If you don't, please tell us. If you have any ideas for future things, let us know.
Nate will be back, by the way, at some point. He will be back.
Yes.
We love him.
I guess you
Planning on
passed the
back.
test.
Hi guys. All right.
I hope I did good.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess with that, I'll close this out here. I guess we will see you next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.
Like.